The C4 Corvette is known for its handling, but after 30 years, that precision usually feels more like a boat. I'm Noe, and today we're tying up this 93 Corvette. We're swapping the old dry, rotted suspension bushings, tie rods and ball joints to get this thing tracking straight again. If your C4 is wandering all over the road, this one is for you. So we're gonna start by removing tires, getting that car up on the lift, getting the tools that we need. The top five mods for the C4 Corvette will be the bushings that we're replacing, coolant bypass, mod cheap tune because it's the OBD1, exhaust. Those are your main mods that you want to do to this car, or at least that's what I'm doing to my car.
Okay, so far we removed the tires. We have removed this plastic goes here, two splash screws all together, 10 mil and 9.2 seconds with these lines that goes with the plastic that we removed. We have a lot of grease here. Hopefully our motor is not shot. If not, I guess we have to remove it. We also are a little thin on the brakes. And you can see there, no brakes. Barely anything. Anyways, we're working on replacing these bushings. Last time we just removed the bolts and left this soak on W40, so it'll be easier to remove today. Alright, now we have removed the control arm. Did have to put some rag around it so I don't damage the part with the vise. But we got those loosened enough
For us to keep removing the bolts all the way out and work on the next part. Here we're removing the bolts all the way out, getting ready for the press. And because this is my first part to remove, my plan was to do one part at a time, but I have changed my mind and I'm gonna do this upper control arm first.
Okay, so here we have the arm, and we have to press this out that way because this will have to wash it in. We'll go through. That's the only way you can get it out, and then you have all you need. Press. I don't know how else you can remove it, and do some research myself, and yeah, that's how people have done it. So maybe that's how we're doing it. Okay, so here we have the control arm. I got a 2-inch pipe in the bottom, extension to push the rod that's inside of it to hopefully push the bushing out. That's what I'm hoping that will work to get that bushing out.
One thing I did cut the lip of the bushing before I pushed it out, so it'll be easier for me to push them out on the press. And as you can see, these bushings are old, dry rotted, and has zero flex left on them.
Generally, the right way to install them is to grease this, the outside, the inside of the new bushing. control here, and then press the bushing first and then the sleeve, so it's easier to install it. So okay, so this is how the control arm should go. You have to install this bushing first, so it's not go all the way because of this washer. So we have everything right here, ready to go. We just have to do the grease in and out the bushings.
We have the bushings on the press ready to go when we need them. Pressing these bushings, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's hard or impossible. It just takes a lot of patience to press them in.
Okay, so after working on it to make it fit, I just got it in there. I guess it's you have to get in place. So yeah, just keep on going, and
this is the first part that I'm trying to press in these bushings, and the struggle's real. It's not an easy task.
alright, so here we have it all installed. The one side it has both lips, so press in, put the bolt across, put it how it's supposed to go, middle of the washer, hold it here in place with the new bushing, and got this all set up ready to go to press this one end. So we can all put it together. Can't wait.
One thing that I will highlight, use grease. The bushing that I'm currently working on took me a whole day just to push about the 1 inch to make it to the other side. So this is a job that requires a lot of patience. And nowadays, replacing bushings is not something that we do on the daily. So this is like an old school job. And now we can see that I have the bushing pressed in all the way, both ends, and the upper control arm is ready to go. But I'm gonna wait and do the other side first so I can remove all the parts that require new bushings.
We have the new bushings put all back together, and just by trying to move it, it feels so much better. So hopefully we'll drive it. It feels very, very smooth. So let's start with the bottom control arm.
Now we're gonna be removing the lower control arm, getting the tools that I need to remove the knuckle from the lower control arm. I need a tool to remove the ball joint and tie rod. There is a bracket on the bottom of the car that holds the engine mount, and that bracket, it's on the way to be able to remove the bolt that goes across the control arm.
Alright, so here we remove the wheel bearing and the hub. The reason why I did that, one, I got more room to work to remove the lower control arm, and I do need to replace the lower ball joint, the upper, and pads, as well the brakes. So that's something I did not expect to come up present we need to be replaced, but actually already here, so change the bushings, then place the upper lower ball joints, and then the pads. So here we got the lower control arm. It's been removed. Had to remove a bracket that's in the back. Bracket that holds the engine mount. It's on the frame, and if we don't remove that bracket, the bolt that goes across on this side will not be able to go out, so it has to be removed. So yeah, that's what took me a little bit longer to figure that out, but other than that, got it out, ready to put a new bushings, a new ball joint, and a new tie rod in. Here we have the lower control arm. Remove the lower bolt joint, remove the bushings, and sway bar control bushing. So we have the bushings for the control arm on this side, and the bushings are gonna go on its side. Right, so this is the sway bar bushing. This is the old one. So apparently I gotta install this first, then followed by this, and lastly to get this. Okay, so here we have the lower control arm with the new bushings, and it's missing the bottom bolt joint. But I still gotta remove the top one. So, cause there's gonna be metal shavings everywhere, I want to install the lower control arm and get shavings from the top. So what I'm gonna do is take the other side apart, change all the bushings, and by the time I'm done with the bushings, I'll come back and remove the top one, because I gotta drill or grind these rivets so I can remove this bushing. So yeah, it's to be done. Same thing with this one. So let's get the other side done, and when I get done with the changing bushings, either do the back or start with the wall joints after that. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the driver's side. Gonna be removing this plastic, this 4 screws. This one's nothing holding on the other side, so that's a lot easy. And because we're gonna replace the brakes, gonna remove the caliper, this, and because we know we're gonna replace the ball joints, just make it easier for me to get to it and see how I'm gonna do with the top ball joints.
On this driver's side, it will be a lot easier because we have all the tools that we need. We have to follow the same procedure that we did on the passenger side. Remove the upper control arm, the knuckle from the lower control arm. So we can have 2 lower control arms and the upper control arm, and replace all the bushings at the same time and clean the parts. So here we have the knuckle that got stuck with the lower ball joint and the lower control arm in one piece. So what I'm doing next is gonna be removing the whole control arm with the knuckle and the ball joint all together. So hopefully it'd be easier to separate outside the vehicle. So now we're gonna be removing all the brackets that covers some of the bolts to remove the lower control arm and the bolts that holds the control arm.
Okay, so we remove the upper control arm, put it in the vise, ready to remove the two bolts and start pressing away on that bolt that's across to remove the bushings. And we got the lower control arm. So remove the bolt joint. So gotta cut that inner lip. So let's go the outside. So I can push it and I don't have to worry about the lip. So we'll see. Trim that out. That I can just push that in that way. So I can not have to worry about the lip. Alright, so we have the upper and lower control arms ready to push the bushings out. I did cut the lip. The idea is so I can just push it and don't have to worry about the lip. I just have to push that through so it can be easier to push that out. As I learned that on the other side, that's the easiest way to get it out. And obviously this way. And try to cut the lip on this one too. Okay, so here we have the lower control arm. We have removed the bushings and upper control arm. So gonna clean them and then start to get them prepped to put them back. Maybe this be the first one. Okay, so here we have the parts all clean, ready to go. Where's the new bushings, where they should be going.
The first bushing that I'm gonna install is gonna be the bushing for the sway bar link. Nothing special, I just felt like that's the first bushing that I should install and go from there. Now that you can see me pressing in some of the bushings, going fast, it's easier than what actually is. There's a couple tries, a couple days that it took me to press these bushings in. I don't do this full time, This is just a DIY for me. I'm learning to use the press. What's the best way for each part to sit straight underneath that press, so I can press these bushings straight down and don't bend them, especially the sleeves or the outer sleeve on the sway bar length. Okay, so we have the driver's side done, clean, and ready to install. I do have the passenger side done as well. The only thing that's missing that I would like to do is to remove the tie rods. So I gotta remove that tie rod both sides before I install everything back. That way it will give me room and be easier to do it that way.
Okay, so we have removed the tie rod. Our next step is to install the lower control arm with the new bushings. Clean, good to go. So install that and start putting it back together.
We're gonna start installing that lower control arm. We'll be using the jack so I can lift the control arm high enough to be able to install the shock. And after that, it's not that hard to put it back together. The hardest part is gonna be the upper bolt joint. We still have to do the lower bolt joint.
The lower control arm install and the upper. We put everything back together except the sway bar link. We still got that bolt to go through, but everything else is ready. Bolt joint is next, so we can actually install the hub, and then we can remove those rivets. I didn't want to do it this way, but I think it'd be the best way to have a solid place to work on. So I guess we're gonna have to clean this after, so we can make sure we get all the debris, the metal shavings and whatnot. That's what I was trying to avoid, but I don't know another way to do it outside, so it's my first time doing something like that, so I just want to play safe.
So because I want to play it safe, I was installing the passenger side control arm, and as you can see, using the jack again to lift it all the way for the shock to be installed, and everything else after that. When installing the upper control arm, don't forget to put your shims back together the way that you remove them.
So our next step is to install the bolt joint, other place where it has to go.
Installing the lower bolt joint, you have to be careful, make sure it's straight going in. If not, you're gonna have to like push it out and retry it, as you can see me doing it over and over until I got it all the way in there. Once we have the bolt joint installed, our next step is gonna be the tie rod. That scuttle is gonna need to be aligned.
Okay, so we have everything put back together. Lower ball joint.
tie rod end, knuckle, shot. I did somewhat put the upper ball joint in place, but that's just for me to be able to have a place to work on it and to drill or grind it, whatever I decide to do when I get to that point. But we gotta put the other side together before I jump to the ball joints. So we move into the driver's side to install the lower ball joint. Like I said before, make sure it goes straight, make sure it's straight before you try to push it in, because if not, you're gonna have to remove it, install it, remove it, install it until it's straight or press it in. Same thing, tie rod end, knuckle, and somewhat place the upper ball joint where it goes. So we have put everything back together except the upper ball joint. But this is gonna be one of 3 videos. The next one will be upper ball joint, sway bar, bushings, and the brakes put all back together. If you wanna wait for that video, subscribe, follow, and we'll see you in the next video with the brakes, sway bar link, kit bushings, and the upper ball joint.